Hello class, welcome to the fourth lesson of the skill-related fitness unit, and that's power. Now power is important for athletes that want to be elite and for elite teams because just like speed, they put pressure on the opponent. So today we're going to look at what is power, what are some different types of power, how can we increase power, and how do we train for power. What is power? Simply put, it is moving body parts swiftly while applying maximal force. Now you see on the graphic I have the scientific mathematical formula for power, and it's power equals force times distance over time. Again, force times distance is work, and we would look at that as the strength in moving an object over a distance over time, and that would factor into speed. So if we look at the formula, you can see that it's a product of speed and strength. Therefore, you have to be fast and strong to create power. We have to increase or decrease the time, can increase the amount of force and distance to create more power. There are two main types of power. There's anaerobic power and aerobic power. Now, anaerobic power is the power that we can release in short, quick bursts, and we're not using oxygen. So again, the anaerobic system, we're going to use ATP, which is instant energy, and phosphocreatine to help create more ATP. So this is going to create more energy quickly, so we can use that energy to use explosive power. We also have aerobic power, and we're generating that aerobic energy into activities that might take longer time. So we're using the oxygen pathway to create energy in the muscles. And you can see on the chart, it talks about rowing, cross-country skiing, kayaking, running, cycling. Those all need your maximal oxygen consumption to be successful. When we're looking at increasing power, there are three areas that we should examine. One is improving efficiency. That means that we're doing the sport or activity correctly, using the correct technique. That allows us to focus that energy and be more explosive. Secondly, we need to get stronger. Remember, strength and speed are components of power. So by increasing our strength, we can increase our power. And the third step, we have to convert that strength to power. And we do that through strength-speed training and also speed-strength training. Speed-strength training would be things like ballistics, where you're throwing objects, medicine balls, trying to enhance your acceleration. And strength-speed activities would be things like Olympic lifts, to again moving that weight through an explosive manner. Training for power, there are four main methods. Now, for most sports and activities, we would use multiple methods on here, not just one method. So heavy strength training, again, remember, power is strength and speed. So we need a base level of strength. So it's important before we start really training for power that we have that base of strength training. Then you have explosive strength training, which are things like Olympic lifts. Again, developing that explosive movements of pushing the weight through the different areas, the different angles and different parts of the body are going to help us with our power. We have ballistics. This is where we're throwing things like a medicine ball, you can see in the picture. Again, we're working on, at release, having peak acceleration. So we want the medicine ball to be going as fast as we can at release. And we have plyometrics, which we've talked about before, which can increase the speed of muscular contraction. So depending on the sport or activity, we might emphasize certain things. For example, if it's an activity where there's throwing and catching, you might use more ballistics. If there's an activity where there's a lot of jumping, you might use plyometrics. Explosiveness, for example, football, Olympic lift trainings would be more important. So usually you want to use a little bit of all these methods to develop your power. So to summarize, in this lesson we learned what is power. Again, remember, power is a product of strength and speed. We have to be fast and strong to create that power. The two main types of power are anaerobic power. Again, that's maximizing that quick energy system, the ATP-PC energy system. And aerobic power, where we're using the oxygen system to create energy as fast as we can. To increase our power, again, we want to improve our efficiency, our technique on our activities, get stronger, and then convert that strength to power, either through speed strength training, ballistics, or strength speed training, things like Olympic lifts. Again, training for power, there's four main methods: heavy strength training to get that base of strength, explosive strength training, things like Olympic lifts, ballistics, where we're looking for peak acceleration at release, and plyometrics, where we increase the speed of muscle contraction. So all these components will help us increase our power. So again, for you, look at how could power be helpful for you in your sport or activity, and what are some things you can do to incorporate activities in your training to help develop your power.